YouTube. Okay, so man, I just had I had to start my stream and end my stream 3 times. It wouldn't let me go on. It wouldn't let me live stream. It would every time I pressed the go live button, the screen went blank. And I checked my mail. I don't have any mail from Google, so I think that the thumbnail I was using, I think the thumbnail I was using has been flagged so many times that they won't let me use that thumbnail anymore. And I don't know. I can't attribute it to anything else because I left the title the same. And I'm going outside now. It stopped raining. It started raining again. It stopped raining. The sun is out. Let's go outside and play in the yard. Okay. You should be able to see that I lost weight also. I won't be wearing a shirt today because I want to catch some sun. It's been raining for like the last 10 days. So literally, I want some sun. We got sun out here today. Okay, so it's a beautiful day. Now, before it was just an hour ago. Alrighty, so let's let me tell you what I got to do. A little bit of. I have a brush. I have a brush in a paint can that needs to be wire brushed. I have to move some electrical wires around. I'm preparing my next major project is to move the house. That's actually my next major project. I'm ready for that. I'm to the point now where I can buy the 1.25 inch pipes that I'm going to eventually use for scaffolding. Cut them in 14-foot lengths, 14 and 6-foot lengths, because the pipes come 21 feet, or 20 feet, 19 and a half feet. And then I'm going to use, hey, EJ boy, hello. And I'm just going over what I have planned in my head, because I didn't know that I was coming out here today, but I'm ready to move the house. I have stuff underneath the house that needs to be removed. I have a brand new, and I mean brand new high-tech wheelchair that I took out of Cargo Can 2. And I'm going to put that in the house so it doesn't get damp and get rusty. It's a brand new high-tech wheelchair. One of my neighbors gave it to me in New York. That's got to go in the house. I want to finish cleaning up this workbench, and I want to put all the plastic garbage together. I'm going to find somebody that collects plastic and metal, one of those tricycle guys, and I'll just give them all my junk boxes and stuff like that. So I'm also ready to fly the jet ski. That's ready to be moved at this point right now. I could actually do that today, but I won't because it's already 11 o'clock and I want to start that in the morning. I want to have the machine when I turn on the camera. It'll be picking up the jet ski and putting the jet ski on the other cargo container, which means moving a few things around in order to get close enough to that jet ski to make a center pick. I have the chain all set up on the stick of the boom, and it's only 900 pounds. It It won't interfere with weight-wise. It's okay. So that's going to happen soon. And then I'm going to finish that roof and then put lumber up there and prepare the roof for the rebar bender, because the rebar bender is going up on top of that roof where the jet ski is now. And the rebar will be loaded off the truck onto the roof, and it'll feed into the rebar bender on the shelves I built around, underneath, and on top of the rebar bender. That's where I'm going to be bending my steel. It's cool up there because, oh man, it's cool up there because you always get a breeze from the ocean up at that height, even when there's no wind. At 16 feet high, it's pretty cool. What did I do here? I left the top off the paint. Not really a big deal, but not a good thing either. Okay, so I'm starting out a little slow because I don't really have a plan here. Not today. So you guys, I don't have anything to paint yellow. I feel like empty. My life feels empty. Anyway, a little bit of rain I got in that paint bucket is okay. I don't really care about that. So I'm going to put the cover back on this. I think what I'm going to do, is I have a piece of equipment to move over to there. I think I'll just let you guys look at the I'll let you watch me walk around the yard. Okay. I have some things to do on the side over here. It's a drive. It has a whole bunch of stuff that goes around the front. Clamps that clamp your leg if you can't hold your legs on there. It's basic. I think it's brand new. It's brand new, but it's probably 10 years old. And I'll just wait until I find somebody that needs it locally. I'm going to put it in the house for now. blaring hot in that sun, I'll tell you that much. Oh man, I left my glasses in the house. I left my glasses and I left. I'll be back in about, probably take 90 seconds. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, actually. Actually, I have to go into the cargo can one to get a pair of jeweler's screwdriver to fix these glasses because the screw fell out. I found the screw, but right now I need the jeweler's screwdriver to put the screw back in place. After I do this little thing here. All right, let's get rid of this. And this. How that got there, I don't know. Okay, that's garbage. This is just a little odds and ends that I'm going to be doing today. Most of the time you won't be able to see because I'm not going to be moving the camera all over. So I'm just killing time here. I'm going to get the screwdrivers. Oh boy. Huh. Wow. That's not right. Huh. This is supposed to be, well, it doesn't matter what it's supposed to be. It's not what it was supposed to be. He said that was the liquid part of the epoxy, the dentist said. And it's actually the powdered part. Well, whatever. This is a permanent root canal sealer. This is what he had to go get from his other office yesterday, which took an hour and a half or 2 hours that I slept in his office. Let's just get rid of that crap there. And let's put this screw in where it belongs here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I can see what we're going to have to do here to fix this. These are pretty good ones. These are readers, reading glasses, but made by the company Reader, R-E-A-D-E-R. They wear out a little bit, the screws, from opening and closing thousands of times. So what happens is the screw gets loose and comes out of the part it screws into. When that happens, it's still tight. Okay, sometimes they strip out. This did not strip out, therefore I don't need to put glue. But if it does strip out, what you can do is in this little area here where there's a screw, if the bottom of the screw is stripped out, you put the screw in here anyway, right here, and then you take crazy glue and you put glue on top of the screw, right here on top, let that harden up, and turn it upside down and put crazy glue on the bottom of the screw also. If you can see the screw from the bottom, and this one you can't, some you can. And you just put a drop of crazy glue right on top of this screw. Just put it right over the top and let it harden up, and that'll lock the screw into the threads, and that'll work for many years. See, there we go. All right, so I don't need to put crazy glue. I sure don't need this dental root canal powder. Maybe I took the wrong bottle. I asked him if I could have it. He said, yeah. I showed it to him. He said, yeah. It's the one I took. Anyway, I'm sure he'll let me know. Okay, I have nothing to pick up that powder with. Well, I do. To the guy, you guys are all so smart. It's amazing. It's amazing how I got through life owning heavy equipment without you. A guy heard that my boom pistons bleed a little bit. They bleed. Older machines, that happens. Standard. And then he went from where my boom pistons are bleeding a little bit, 2 inches every 10 seconds with a load on it. That's a lot. But if you're a good operator, you can work around that. But he went from the boom pistons are bleeding to where the boom pistons won't pick up the jet ski. The boom will pick up 4,000 pounds, no problem. But they're going to bleed out. You got to keep adjusting for the bleed. But there was one of you geniuses out there figured that if the boom pistons bleed, I can't pick up a 900-pound jet ski. Where do you come up with this stuff? I don't know. I have no idea where you guys come up with this stuff. It's as if you went to school for heavy equipment repair, and you know more about it than me. Told you the boom pistons bleed out 2 inches every 10 seconds with a 4,000-pound load on it, and now it went from that to not being able to pick up 900 pounds. You guys make such great assumptions. You make these astronomical jumps from one thing to another. Okay, where did I want to put this? I did have a place for this. I did have a place for this yesterday. I wanted to put it on something as a cover. I don't think it matters anymore. Okay, put it under there for now. Okay, put the tape, the hammer, and the screwdrivers in there. I need to go test. I want to go check the batteries in the machine. You guys can watch the sky. I need to go test. It should only take a minute. Well, 2 minutes actually. All right, the batteries are okay. I gotta check water. I'll be starting up the machine in a few minutes, half an hour. I want to test. I want to check the reach from where. I want to check the reach because I want to fly the jet ski. I don't want to move this lumber actually. So if I check the reach and it's good, I know that I can just start it up maybe tomorrow and move the jet ski. I'll be right back. Starting to rain. Starting to rain good. Starting to rain hard. Not good. The rain is going to interfere with my next project too. Okay, that means that you're going in the house right now. Every time this camera gets wet, it stops working. So this live stream is about to end. Damn it. I'll continue working. Well, I could let you watch the sky, but it's raining out. Hello. Ian. Ian. I'll be out in a few minutes. I gotta put these tools away. Man, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Uh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Uh, I'm gonna actually check the comments, but I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that. I just found 10, 8, 9, or 10 Christmas bulbs for 110 volt. The odd bulb, the bulbs that flicker, they're like a long stem flickering bulb. So I put those away where they wouldn't break. They were in a big box, and I condensed it down into a small plastic container. For this, I'm going to put this inside the machine now. Got to get, I got to throw this garbage out. Okay. Now, we got to get rid of this wood here, which goes there. This is this stuff should be over. I will leave it here for now. This. There. There. This bucket. Metal. Here's the bucket. need 2 1-gallon. High flying circus. I'm not really, I'm out here moving around doing like 60 different things today, this afternoon. I don't think I'm going to get to read the comments much. I need 2 1-gallon containers like this. one. This would be two if I need it. I have an empty one over there. I need to get a funnel. Be right back. 30 cents. 90 cents. I put the soap in these 1 gallon containers. Because once you open it, if it gets damp, the whole soap turns into like a giant piece of cake. And that's no good. So I put them in 1 gallon or 1.5 gallon or half gallon containers that are already dry. That's 100% dry inside there. I let them dry in the sun. And then I just cut off the top corner of a bag like that. And I dump it up, upside down. And it's coming at it. See it? No, you can't see it. Now you can. Don't open it up too much. That probably is almost full. Not quite. Okay. Well, this holds about 3 kilos. It holds, one bucket holds 3.6 kilos. Okay, so that's one bucket. Now these bags, believe it or not, I saved these bags to wrap around the ropes where there's going to be a wear point on the rope from picking and lowering something up on this rope, like say this rope here. I wrap it around here. It'll be a wear point. This will be like a fender, a protector of the rope. Okay, so that one is done. Put the cap back on so it can't get wet in case I forget it rains. Well, that's done. And next is, what happened to the other one? There was another one. Here it is, right here. Now, some people would say that I'm just wasting my time doing all of this stuff, but at the end of the day, this saves me time because I can dump it out of a 1-gallon container into my buckets or whatever I'm going to wash. It never gets wet, which is the point of all of this, to make sure it doesn't get wet or damp. And it's much better to store this than it is to try to store a bag. Because a bag, what happens to these bags is they can get a hole in them easily. You could drop something on it, not know that you dropped something on it in the shop, because I store this inside the shop. Not know that you dropped something on it, gets a hole in it, and a couple of ounces of soap falls out and gets all over everything, and then you got to clean that up. This way, there's no cleanup. Put it in the plastic container. You can see how much you have left. It only takes a minute or so to do each one. And when the soap is dry like this, it goes right down. It's like an egg timer. It's going right down to the bottom. You can let this get a little damp, and you could spend an hour doing this. If you had this bag open and you didn't dump it out into something dry, you could spend an hour getting that crap out of the bag. Okay. It's done. Before I forget, take these 2 bags . Starting to rain again. Just wonderful. I'll be right back. All right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I gotta just put a few things away. Well, I should put these plastic containers back. Gonna rain again soon. Minutes, seconds maybe. Maybe less. It's raining. Doesn't look like I'm going to get the machine started today. I can start it, but there's no point because it's starting to rain. So I need to clean this funnel because this is my water funnel. Got to get that soap smell out of there right away. Otherwise it'll goes right into the plastic. Uh, all right, I'm pretty much done out here. 2 or 3 more little things. Mein hapon, mein gebeipod. Hey, hey, yo, amigo, don't go on the fire escape. Not outside, yeah? Don't go out there. Okay. They're playing up by the fire escape. I don't know if what would be safer to not use the fire escape. They have a different idea of fire escapes here in the Philippines than we do in America. A vertical ladder, 4 inches away from the side of the building, up 3 stories. Just a ladder. No cage to prevent you from falling. Is acceptable, or was acceptable. Now they changed it. But when I first got here, you'd look at a 3-story building and you would just see an extension ladder hanging off of out of a window 3 stories high. Or a rebar, a ladder made out of 1/2 inch rebar welded together. About 4 inches away from the building, and every 6 or 8 feet it had like stanchions to keep it off the building, but you were supposed to climb out of the window during an emergency in the middle of the night and somehow know where this rebar ladder is with no outside lights, no emergency lights on it, and then climb down to the ground floor, but the ladder stayed off the floor 7 feet high. So the last 7 feet, you'd have to jump. Hello. Hello. You're up in the top, yeah? The boss. You're the boss today. You're the boss. You're the boss. The amo. Yeah, that was and I said Niwang Ko. I said to my neighbor, is that real? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But they eventually put up a regular fire escape. But still, for the children to play on that, I don't think so. That's a good idea. Today's a lazy day, man. Yesterday was a long day. I left for the city at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I got home at 7:30 at night. I did. I had stuff to do. It's raining again. I should throw that. I have that wheelchair that's got to go under the bed. I really have. I have all those bottles. This place is a trip. I always tell you how hard it is to live here. They haven't had a garbage pickup at all. Not one. Not even one truck pickup, one bag of garbage. It's a solid 6 years. I have not seen the garbage truck go past this area here about once every 3 or 4 months. It could happen more often, but about once every 3 or 4 months, the garbage truck pulls in down here, and behind the garage, the Stanley house, they separate their garbage, metal, plastic, and glass. And about every 3 or 4 months, the garbage truck comes and takes what they want out of that pile. Not all the metal, not all the glass. He usually takes the metal, but he takes the plastic. So this guy is using a Panglao garbage pickup truck that he gets paid to pick up the garbage with. and he's going around collecting plastic that he can sell for 2 pesos for a kilo. Two A kilo of plastic is a lot of bottles. You know, a kilo of plastic might be a whole trash bag, big trash bag full of plastic bottles. And he'll use this garbage sanitation truck to go around and pick up plastic bottles, plus his salary, plus the cost of the truck, plus the fuel. It probably costs the county $15 or $20 a kilo for him to go around and pick up the plastic, and he sells it on the side for 2 pesos a kilo. There's a garbage guy right now. I don't really like this guy, but I think I'll give him some stuff.
No, my friend.
Hello.
Crap.
You want plastic?
Lata.
A what?
Metal.
No, no metal. Only plastic.
Dispose battery.
No batteries. No batteries, no plastic. Oh, no metal, just plastic. Okay? Okay, Amping.
Dispose aircon.
I have no metal. No metal. Okay? That's my air conditioner. Okay? I understand what you want. I just don't have any metal. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Go.
Okay, Amping. I have I don't really have that much metal. They look around, they see the equipment, they know that normally on a job where there's equipment, there's used metal, but there's not. And the batteries, they want the batteries for free. However, there's an 800 peso, 700 peso return on the batteries. So I do have a battery, but they'll want the battery for free. And then when I go to buy another battery, I bring the old battery and I get a $14 discount to buy a new battery because it's the exchange on the battery. So giving them the battery is not an option. If they would want to buy it, they might give you 50 pesos for the battery, and they wouldn't get that much for it anyway. They might only get 300. Only reason why you get 700 is if it's and that's what you get for a refund on a 60 battery. But at a junkyard, you'd be lucky to get 300 pesos for it. So it's not worth anything to them. Might be worth 100 pesos, maybe 50 pesos. But they're looking for it for free. They'll go, oh, come on, you have many money, you give it to me for free, and I don't. I'm not, $14 is $14, and I'll have to buy a new battery anyway soon. These batteries are old. They don't last that long. I'm charging them now. It's only a year and a half old, maybe, and they're already starting to not charge up so well and not hold a charge. Like, they just sell junk batteries here. They don't sell good batteries. You buy a Napa battery, it lasts 5 years. These batteries, if you get 3 years out of them, you are lucky. Batteries here are just junk. Anyway, and they're $360 to replace 2 batteries. But to sell them as junk, you might get $12 for them, maybe. You'd be lucky. But you got to bring them to the city. So it'll cost you $5 for the tricycle ride to the city, $7. So if you could sell them for 12 and it cost you $7 to bring them to the city, you made $5 for 2 hours work. Batteries are not profitable to sell. Not anymore. Used to be. In America, where they have laws, the batteries were worth $10 each battery. It didn't matter what shape it was in, what size it was. Pretty much you got $10 for every battery. But now I don't know what it's like here. Here they're not worth anything. Just looking at my air. What about the air conditioner? The air conditioner works just fine, dude. I could have gave him the microwave, but there's two magnets inside the microwave that I want. That's what I could do. I could rip that microwave apart. I'll be right back. I'll go get that. Huh. What the fuck? Okay. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah, supposedly, I don't know for sure, but supposedly there's two magnets inside a microwave, and they're supposed to be strong. That's what makes the microwave work. I never took one of these apart before. Let's do that now. Okay, we need a screw gun. Okay, we need a screw gun and a Phillips screwdriver. We're gonna need a pair of dikes. And I need a roll of tape. Phillips head screwdriver. Phillips head screwdriver. Screw gun. My bucket. La 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 la. Oh, well, that is really nice. That's a nice little fan. All right. There's the magnet. I don't really care about any of this. Brown is brown, yeah? I don't think that magnet is that strong, actually. Huh. Take that. Yeah, I don't think they're that strong. They're strong, but not that strong. Well, not what we wanted to do. How strong that? Pretty damn strong, actually. No, not so much. Yeah, it's all right. Not the strongest magnet, but it's okay. Well, they're pretty strong when it's pretty strong when it's together. I'll tell you that. It was worth it. Now I've got to get rid of this metal. This wire here, this copper wire, this comes in handy for wrapping stuff. Very handy. Very handy for certain types of jobs that you got to wrap metal but you don't want it to rust. Actually, I could have used this or that piece of sheet metal from the microwave right there. I could have used this piece of sheet metal to make the muffler for the Echo blower last week. Would have been perfect. High quality sheet metal. Not that one, but this one. You might have said to yourself, why am I doing that? I have a reason. I want that dog. Okay, the rest of this is just what it is, junk. But this motor here, this is worth about $16. I know that works, because I just bought one of those for 1,500 pesos was 30 bucks. And I threw out the shroud that it came with. So that motor's worth about $16 just by itself. I don't know that this door will work for what I want it for. I'm not sure. We'll find out in a week or so. I have no use for this, or this, or this. That I'll keep. This is garbage. This bulb is still good. This. This ain't coming apart. It's welded together. Welded, 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 welded. It ain't coming apart. And these wiring won't slip out. Yeah, there is a way to get this apart, but not with the tools I have in my hand. That's for sure. Although I could get it apart with these tools. There's a much easier way to do this. Depends on whether or not I want this wire or not. I don't have this size wire. Right, you guys, I'll check the comments. I don't see any comments. I don't see any comments. The last comment I see was 2 hours ago. I'll go in and check. I'll be out in a minute. I gotta use the restroom. Minutes. again. It's raining again. On again, off again. I gotta blow this off of here before it rains and messes up my camera. Actually, that piece of sheet metal would make a perfect cover for the camera. Not today, but certainly with the anvil, I could make a nice cover. Okay, this, I don't really care about this. Well, this is probably the best. This is probably the best piece of metal on the whole damn thing because it's galvanized. I'll take it apart. I'll just put it with my metal. It doesn't cost anything. Yeah, I could flatten this out with the anvil and I'd have a good piece of galvanized metal. I'll be using something like this eventually. Okay. All right, I'll put this over here. I'll put that there. I'll put that there. I don't care about that. This is metal garbage. This is metal garbage. This is plastic garbage. Goes over there. Okay. Yeah, this piece of sheet metal right here. I could bend this over and make like a hood. That'd be perfect. It's definitely the right width. I'll put that over there. This, not so concerned about this. I'd have to cut this with a carborundum blade. It would be about a 15-minute job. I'll put this over there. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take that off of there. That's actually a little rotisserie motor. Okay, this is junk. And we got some junk out of it anyway, huh? You're lucky that I even gave you that much junk. Where's the batteries? Where's the magnets? Over there, okay. All right. All right. Yeah, it's raining like a son of a gun out now. This goes in the house. Raining like a son of a gun. Again, you're going to hear it soon. Raining like a son of a gun out now. This goes in the house. Raining like a son of a gun. Again, you're going to hear it soon. I got to go blow off that desk, get that rusty stuff off there. Raining like a son of a gun. You're going to hear it soon. I got to go blow off that desk, get that rusty stuff off there. Raining like a son of a gun. You're going to hear it soon. I got to go blow off that desk, get that rusty stuff off there. Ted! 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 Did you fix it? Ted! 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 You need anything? Ted! Okay. You need anything? Okay. All right. It stopped raining. So what I'm gonna do, I said I was gonna make something out of that. What the hell is that noise? Oh, it's the feedback. All right. It stopped raining. What I'm gonna do, I said I was gonna make something out of that. What the hell is that noise? Oh, it's the feedback. I'm gonna make the hood for the camera out of that piece of sheet metal right now. Because the camera gets wet when it rains, right? And I was putting like a piece of cardboard over the top of the camera, but this piece of sheet metal from the microwave, I'm gonna fold it and fold it twice. On the anvil, I'm gonna flatten it out, and I'm gonna take it and wrap it right around. There's half of it. That'll be the top half. Right at this center point here. Right here. I have to fold it one more time and cut this off. Fold it here. No. Let's see what we got. Yeah, fold it right dead center. right here and cut this off right here. I'll be back momentarily. I gotta get a pair of tin snips. Gotta get a pair of tin snips, hammer to make that make that, fold that over. Be right back. Okay, so I got tin knockers hammer, pair of tin snips, and let's go. Cut this. That'll be enough. Wow. That went someplace. I didn't really want it to go to that place that it went to, but it did. I'm gonna have to roll one edge. I'm gonna roll this edge because it's razor sharp. So I'm gonna roll it over, roll it and fold it. Now, I'll check one more time the height of this unit here. It's about an inch higher than that middle fold, so I am correct. I fold it right here on this center line here, and I am gonna have a bracket. Now, that's perfect. I'll close those. Okay, now it can rain a lot. camera could sit right in here. Should be stay dry. Yeah, it will. The only thing that we have to worry about is the wind blowing it over. Probably not have to worry so much though. Done. Needs to get painted. It ain't gonna get painted today though. Okay. I didn't need all of these tools anymore. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put these tools away. Not quite yet. Hello. Ugh. 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 All right. Put this. Let's put this over here. I know what we could put on there to keep the camera from falling, tipping over. This piece of metal right here. Piece of 1/2-inch plate. Steel. Don't really need that much of that though. I could use a 1/4-inch steel. Well, put it there. All right, I'm done. Put the tools away. It's going on 3 o'clock. I'm pretty much done for the day with what I can do out here. Do a little work in the house. So, no. Bastard. I'll be right back. Hello. We're gonna. And then I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. And then I'm gonna take the blower and blow the dust out of the house, the floor, off the floor. And then I'm gonna put the wheel the wheelchair underneath my bed. I had it in the cargo container. It was in there. It has more attachments to it, but everything in that cargo container was getting rusty from the dampness. It's just living near the salt water, the ocean, makes everything rusty. But in the house, it's a lot less damp. So I'll put the wheelchair underneath in here until I get. I pretty much, I think I sealed the doors on the cargo container with paint, a very thick water-based paint, which almost is like a putty, and caulking. So I painted it, caulked it, and then I painted over it. About 90% sure I got most of where the water was coming in to the cargo container. It was coming in through the doors, the rubber gasket, the seal. The container's 20 years old. The seal is good, but the rivets that held the seal were rusting out, and the seal was sloppy. So I put some new screws in there, and then put caulking over that, which should be more than enough for another 5 or 6 years. But next year I'll be selling that cargo container anyway. I won't need it after. I'm hoping by next September I won't need 2 cargo containers, that's for sure. So then I have one more day to finish the shelving in that cargo container. One more day, a whole day, like from 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. I'll be able. I have what I need almost to finish the shelving. I need 2 more sheets of plywood. That's why I didn't do it this week because it rained every day. It's got to be dry when you take everything out. Otherwise, it's going to rain on everything, and that's just not a good thing. So, once I get the shelves in there done, are done, I'll have to go in the cargo container, close the doors on a sunny day, and see if any sunlight leaks into it. And if no sunlight comes in, probably it won't leak, because the sun is over there and the doors are over there, so it'll pretty much show you if there's a space. Hey, I want to get the jet ski. Hello. Main hapon. Then I want to get the jet ski up on the roof of that cargo container. I don't know. I got to start the machine up one more time. I'm about 90% sure. I'm 100% sure I can get the jet ski off the roof. I got it all chained up, and I have it all strapped. I have an 18,000 pound strap on the jet ski. And then I have the jet ski strapped to the trailer, and the trailer is roped and strapped to the jet ski. So no matter, it is roped and strapped to the jet ski. So no matter, and the strap is center within an inch of center. So it won't want to tip over one way or the other. That's done. All I really have to do is just pick it up and then swing the machine over to the other container. The thing that has to be done is I need another person up on this roof to hook it, and then put it on that roof and unhook it when I put it on that roof. Because No matter how hard I tried, I can't find a service manual for this machine. And the only way to replace the seals is to take them out. And these people in the Philippines, oh, just take them out and bring them here. We'll match them up to what we have. And then, yeah, you say, let me see what your supply looks like. And the guy takes out a plastic bag with some O-rings in it and some Chevron cells. They're new, but there's no numbers on them or anything like that, which doesn't matter whether there's a number on it or not. But the chances of him having two sets of seals is zero. He literally had Ziploc bags with seals in them. So, to go to Cebu, what I need is a service manual for a Mitsubishi MS-110, a parts manual. That's what I need, the parts manual, and then I could just order the parts from America. Or I could order the parts from America for three different machines. The problem is the seals are $100 a set. And I don't know whether it's the MS-110 -1, 2, or 3. It could all be the same. And I really don't care that much about it. It doesn't bleed out that much. This would be the first time in 3 years that bleeding pistons would interfere with a pick that I'm going to make. And it won't interfere if I have another man. I just live it in the Philippines and get a replacement parts for anything. It doesn't matter. That microwave you just saw me take apart, it was brand new. It was, I don't know, 3 weeks old, and the circuit board broke, right? So I brought it back, and it was out of warranty, 7-day warranty. So I said to the guy, well, what should I do? He goes, we'll get a new circuit board. Now, the machine is 3 weeks old, and it's brand new out of the box, but it's 2 years old. It's been sitting on the shelf for 2 years. It took that man, I think, 6 weeks to get a motherboard. And he put it in, and it worked for another 3 years. So, you know, but when you buy something new, why should it take 6 weeks to get a part? Well, that's because wherever he was calling, they didn't have that part. And that's the problem with America. And, well, now it's the problem with China. They make a new machine with a new size door and a new hinge and a new motherboard and a new switch and a new bulb. Every 30 days, every 60 days, they modify something so you can't use those parts on a machine. You know, you have to buy a new machine if you can't get the parts. This is called planned obsolescence. I mean, they'll build something, and 3 months later they'll change it. It works just fine. Theoretically, they could build a new model every 3 or 4 years. And if they wanted to, they could build a model in 2010 that would last 30 years. That's everything. But they don't. You look at some of the old farm tractors. They're 75 years old. They run like a clock because the metal didn't rust and the gearboxes are good. You look at those old cars, a 1955 Chevy, still the original metal. If you buy it from someplace like Wisconsin or a dry climate where there's no salt there, the damn things are 80 years old. They're sitting on the side of a garage. They're not rusted through. You put any car here near the ocean, or any new car in America, anywhere, for 40 years, it's just going to turn into a frame and a motor. You know, planned obsolescence. I'm not happy about that. So that's why I'm so adamant about buying the rebar bender with the service manual and with the parts manual and with the manufacturer for the machine that I can buy replacement parts. And nobody is able to provide you with that. They only want to sell you the machine. Because if they sell you the parts manual and the replacement parts manual or the service manual, then you can fix it. Then you don't have to buy another machine. And that's what it's all about to these people. Just buy another machine. You hear this all the time in the Philippines. My Still street saw. You guys have no understanding of the value of that. You can buy a knockoff for about $400. Or you could buy a still for $1,125. $1,125. So what are you going to buy? You're going to buy a knockoff, right? But the still works fine. But for a lousy solenoid for $8 and a $12 carburetor, they tell you to buy a new saw, which is $1,100. If you want a still, it's $1,100. If you want a knockoff, it's $400. I mean, how does that benefit you? It doesn't. It benefits them. That's why they don't want to sell you parts. It's not fair, especially in today's economy where people work so hard for such little money. Just not fair. All right, I'm going to blow out the inside of the house. That's ugly. That gets ugly. And then I'm going to put the wheelchair under the bed, and then I'm going to take a bath, a bucket bath. Now you guys know the secret, you know. You guys know the secret, how I keep my house so clean. And it only takes 2 or 3 minutes to blow out the whole house. Ugh. That's it. All right, this live stream is over. Yesterday I was looking up in the sky, right up there, right above that brown house there, and there were white lines from the horizon to the horizon. One going towards Tagelaran City, and about 20 minutes later, one coming back. Takes about 18 minutes for them to make their circle. And then, no, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. Yesterday I was in the city, in the dentist office. But the day before yesterday, it was a beautiful clear sky. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, the whole sky was pristine powder blue. And they started with the because the wind was blowing this way. So they start with the wind, and then they let the wind blow it over the landmass. And within an hour, the whole sky was just one giant white cloud. There wasn't a square inch of blue within an hour. From a beautiful, clear, sunny day to a 100% cloud coverage. I'm beginning to believe that the technology that they have to do that, the logistics of it alone, the logistics of being able to cover thousands, hundreds of thousands of square miles of sky only over the cities. You go out into the ocean and the sky is clear as day. You could see for 30 miles out. You could see the clouds right here, right now. See these clouds? It's nice and cool. There's a breeze because it's all cloudy. You go out. That's the whole sea. You don't want to go over there. You want to go this way where it's all cloudy and straight out into the ocean. You go out 3.5 miles offshore in a boat. If you don't have a long sleeve shirt and a hat or number 60 sunblock, it'll burn you up. The clouds are only over the landmass. You can believe what you want. You can believe what you want, but that's not normal. You look at the old Western movies. Look at the old Western movies with John Wayne or Steve McQueen or any of those movies. You look at the sky. It's pretty blue. The clouds are little puffy clouds. And then, now you look at a movie, they got white lines going across the sky for 30 miles, 40 miles, as far as you could see. This is something relatively new from mid 2005 on. They expanded their horizons, so to speak. People say, oh, that's a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy that they can control the weather. That's true. They can do that. They're doing it right now. I'm watching it happen. And then when you don't see the white lines, it's because they sprayed behind the cloud, and then it expanded, and it just became part of the cloud. But they are doing that. All right, I'm done talking. You guys just watching. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Salamat. Thank you. Humping Permy from the Philippines, baby. Hello, Dominic.
Hello, my friend. Guapo.
Wapo ka.
Magwapo sa my
Yeah, you're getting Niwang.
Oh,
Niwang, baby. He used to have a huge belly. Oh, it's not so big. I lost a lot of weight too. I don't know how much. I gotta get to somewhere where there's a scale. Well, my leg. Well, my leg is not. It's not. It's not getting worse. Surely it's not getting worse. Absolutely. It was. You know what I'll do one day? I'll show you a video from January. I'll put it up as an age restricted video because um, it actually is quite ugly. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But you've never seen anything like this before. There's this a guy around that who's friends of mine for quite a long time. About a month ago, we were sitting down, not here, but on the beach, and he asked me about the leg, and I told him about the leg, and he goes, well, "How bad was it?" So I showed him, and he goes, "Are you kidding? And you work because you work with it like that?" I said, I got to get the job done. You know, the job's got to get done. No one's going to do. Could I hire somebody to do like the kind of easy stuff I did today? What am I going to do? Hire somebody, cut the bag, put the soap in the 1 gallon bucket, put the funnel in the 15 gallon bucket of water to get the smell of the soap out. I did some things that you didn't see, you're not going to see. I don't put on YouTube. Uh, charge the batteries. So now I have to teach somebody how to charge batteries. Do you know? You have any idea how dangerous it is to charge batteries? You have no idea. You should look up lead acid battery deaths per year. Look it up. Go ahead, go Google it. You're going to find many, many. You make a mistake charging up a lead acid battery. It happened to me twice in my life. You make a mistake, it will kill you. I didn't get killed because I got lucky both times. Lucky. Lucky like you wouldn't understand lucky. I was charging up my land crane. It was a Loran 25 ton. Wait a second, which one was that? No, it was the barge crane. It was in, and I had a battery charger hooked up to the battery because the alternator wasn't giving it any juice. 12-volt system, 12-volt battery, 12-volt starter. So I had a good battery, and then like once every battery. Well, I don't remember how long the battery charger was on, even if it was only that couple of hours. But when you charge a battery, it makes hydrogen. The bubbles that come out of a battery are hydrogen. Hydrogen is pretty explosive. So now, if you have your terminals on correctly, proper, and you have the battery cells closed off and the battery charges off, and you uncharge take the cables off and blow in the holes, the 6 cells of the battery. So let the wind blow it out for a few minutes, and you put the tops back on. The tops are really to hold the water in, the acid water in, and the tops are to stop sparks from reaching the hydrogen bubbles. Well, I don't know how or what. I don't remember. This is going back into like 1988, 89, like that. And I got into the machine after lunch, and I turned the key. And the battery exploded. Apparently, when the water gets out of the battery, those cells, they fill up with hydrogen. It would have been okay if there was no spark. It would have been okay if there was no spark, but there was a spark. And the battery blew up. It blew up and it blew apart outwards. It blew completely. The part of the battery that was left was like the bottom half of the plastic. And all the top plastic and the plugs that didn't have the plugs in it because it was being charged, that was all gone. And it blew. It was next to the shroud that covered the engine, and that was like 16 gauge 50/50 grade steel. The machine was a 1955 machine. It blew the steel, which was like a 16th of an inch. It blew it out. It bubbled it out about 2.5 inches. And now the battery was inside. It wasn't like a closed space. There was 2 feet above the battery, 3 feet to the left where the motor was, and it was 6 inches space between the metal. But it blew the side of the machine cowling out about 2.5 inches. And I don't know how long I was unconscious, but it knocked me out. And I woke up and I was sitting in the machine, and my ears were ringing, and I'm going, what the hell just happened? I don't remember. I remember turning the key, but I don't remember hearing the explosion. And I'm looking around. I'm going, what the hell is that smell? It was rotten eggs. It was battery acid on the metal, on the motor, on the shroud, on the manifold, on the car. It was battery acid eating up the paint everywhere. That battery blew up. It blew up. Had I been over it and kicked it over to start it, it would have killed me. That was once. The second time that was a regular car battery. The second time was a 6-cell 6D battery, they call it. And I was standing on top of the metal plate. I had taken the plates. The shroud comes apart in sections on the top of the machine. And I was standing on top of a 1/8 inch metal plate. And the battery blew up. And the plate came up off the deck with me on the plate. I don't know, a couple of inches. But it blew the battery apart. Again, it blew the battery apart. I'm going to do a video on that one day. I'll show you the battery. It blew the battery apart into pieces of plastic that were anywhere from like 1 inch by 3 or 4 inches, like little shards of glass. But each one of those shards had battery acid on it. And if I would have been standing on top of the machine without that piece of metal between me, forget that. I would be dead. It would have ripped through the bottom of my legs, my buttocks, and shot pieces of plastic in my body 4 inches long. It would have killed me either instantly from bleeding to death or within a few minutes of having lead acid in your blood. That would kill you. That was the second time. So this conversation started out that what am I supposed to do? Teach somebody how dangerous batteries are? Filipino? That's the kind of thing that even though I learned it in school, and even though it happened to me once before, I still let it happen again. I still forgot to fill up the battery with water, and I forgot to let the hydrogen bubbles blow out of the battery. I don't know why. I just forgot. But had there been a person, it blew pieces everywhere. It blew pieces out of the machine that stuck in things 10 feet away because the door for the battery was open. And it picked me up two couple of inches. Batteries are dangerous. You gotta, if you have the battery charger on overnight or for 2 or 3 days on a slow charge, it builds up a lot of hydrogen bubbles. And if there's no wind blowing on the battery, really what you should do is take a blower and blow out the cells. Charge it. And then there's a way to disconnect the battery. Charge it, unplug the plug from the building, at the building. So there's no way to, when you take the battery terminals off, the charging terminals off, there's no way to make a spark. That's what will kill you, the spark from taking it off the battery terminal. You guys don't believe me, but it will kill you. A lead acid battery full of hydrogen, it'll kill you. There's no doubt about it. All right, that's it. Anybody have anything they want to say that this happened to them? Because it happens to a lot of people. Did you Google deaths from charging lead acid batteries? I don't know how many there would be. I bet you there's 50 a year, at least in America. I don't know about the Philippines. Pretty dangerous, charging batteries. Very dangerous. My leg is very itchy. That's a good thing. Well, the pain is pretty much gone. Still leaking. It'll be okay. Couple of weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, it should be gone. I know a lot of people, how do you stop taking antibiotics? It was the only thing that's keeping you alive, said a certain guy that knows nothing about anything. All the antibiotics that I took also destroyed my immune system, which didn't let my body heal the wound the way it would normally heal it. That's why you're only supposed to take antibiotics for 14 to 21 days maximum. I was taking antibiotics for 50 days. Not supposed to do that. And the cream, there's a 14 to 20 day window for the cream too. You can't put the cream on every day, but the doctor said put the cream on every day to protect the wound. Well, it didn't heal with the cream and the antibiotics, so I said, well, I'll try it with nothing. No antibiotics, no cream, and I'll uncover it so that it gets sunlight and air. And next week I plan on going in the ocean. We'll see what happens. But I think the body will take over the fighting the infection now. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to go take a bucket bath, and then I'm going to make my dinner. I have a video I'm going to load to. I think I have a YouTube video to load about. Oh yeah, I have a new dentist now. He's pretty good. He's a lot cheaper than the other guy. There was another guy I went to. The guy did fantastic work. Oh God, his equipment was state of the art. He was really, really, really good at what he did. There was a nurse. Everything was perfect in the guy's office, but he charged, I would say, twice what any other dentist, what any other decent dentist would charge. Like a root canal from the first dentist, who he fixed. He did 2 root canals. One of them lasted 5 years. One of them is still in there. So, with the cap and the crown, he saved a tooth that was just garbage. He said the chances of this tooth lasting a couple of years maximum lasted 5 years. So I went with it. But he was charging 38,000 pesos for a root canal and with a cap and a crown, like a cap. That was about $800. And that he used the proper pain medic. You never felt any pain or anything like that. He was very good then. But this guy does it for just under $400. And I think his work is just fine. Now that I know how it's done, he has the same procedure, uses the same medication, the same cleaning tools to get the root out of the canal, and the same medicine, same time frame between visits, and it's half the price. And the first guy, I would still be going to him, except that a year and a half ago, I called up the dentist's office and I said to the girl, I want to make a dentist appointment. Yes, sir, you can do that. But you have to understand, we raised our prices. And I said, well, that's normal that you raise your prices. She goes, and there's also a 500 peso charge to sanitize you when you walk into the office. In other words, spray you. They put a ring over, like you walk in the door, and they had like a piece of PVC pipe, and it had nozzles on it, and they push a button, and it's a motor pressures. It's just like an atomizer, and they atomize you. Nah, I don't want to pay for that. No, sir, you have to. I said, well, you tell the doctor I'll come in and he could do the work, but I don't want to pay 500 pesos to get desanitized. Sir, you have to. So I went into the office and I looked at the thing, and I know what that costs, that system with the motor in it. It's about 5,000 pesos. And this guy he's got 3 dentists in the office. He services about 15, 20 people a day. So That's an extra 7,000 pesos a day times, no, 15 or 20 people. 10 is 5,000, about 7,000 pesos. It's 7,000 plus pesos a day. And 30 days, that's an extra 200,000 pesos a month for an apparatus that costs $100. So I found another dentist. And this guy got a gun. It's a plastic, it looks like something from Star Wars, plastic gun. You can buy them in Unitop or any of these sanitizing places. I'll show you in a video. I made a video of it. And you can buy it for $16, this plastic gun, and you put the chemical. Hey, Justin,
Hi, hello.
how you doing?
I'm okay.
What are you doing up there now? Are you still working? Are you still working over there? Did they finish building the houses over there on the other property?
Here in Bingat.
By the house.
Finish also.
How many units?
1 unit.
One? That's all?
Oh, one.
Bakakon.
1 unit because big house ba? Big house.
Not for rent, the unit? Not for, just for the family?
Yes, family.
You look good with hair, Justin. You look guapo.
Guapo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have a nice day. Bye-bye. So, and they take the gun, and there's about a half a liter of fluid in it, and they spray it at you, and it comes out purple. It's an ultraviolet light, and they don't charge you anything for that. That's what it costs, basically nothing. It might cost them 5 pesos for the fluid. And the other guy, same thing, 5 pesos for the fluid. I ain't gonna spend 500 pesos. That was just a gimmick. And that's quite the gimmick too. 500 pesos to go like this, just with a button for 3 seconds. It's quite the gimmick. I wish I would have thought of that. All right, I'm gonna go. Adios. Nobody's saying anything. That means you're all waiting for me to say something stupid. I'll say something stupid. I'm Pink Permy from the Philippines, baby. Bye-bye for now from Michael Fazio in the Philippines, baby. Bye-bye for now. Thanks for stopping by.